And welcome to the Oldhombre podcast with your host Mense and
Andrew, good evening, everybody, and happy Christmas. And this is
yeah,
a test run, really, to see how the speakers work. I've got my new light on. I don't know how that's looking, but
it's looking
uh,
beautiful, Andrew.
my head is very shiny.
It's looking absolutely beautiful, Andrew, and your head is
Oh,
looking beautiful too. So yeah, Merry Christmas to our audience and welcome to episode 17.
17, bloody hell.
17. Can you imagine,
Yeah,
right?
people thought we'd do one and then just leave
What this
it,
is it?
didn't they?
Nah, it's not gonna
Or
happen. We're here
hoped
to
we'd
stay.
do one and just leave
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. So this is your podcast around business trends, work life, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Business trends and
Uh,
work life.
Yeah, and if we find a topic that excites us or infuriates us, we might add that on at some
Exactly,
point.
exactly. But today is a very special episode because we haven't done this before. We are going to focus on marketing,
Yeah.
specifically because it's the Christmas period and there's one thing that every business is trying to get right, which is their Christmas adverts. So,
Uh,
what better way to get into the Christmas spirit by analyzing what companies are doing and just trying to figure out, what the plan is, and hopefully in quarters to come, we'll get to see what the impact was of these Christmas ads.
is it me, or do people actually start looking forward to the so and so Christmas ad and the so and so Christmas ad, and then there's a big battle for the most viewers and stuff like that?
It is just
It's
you, Andrew, because I don't watch telly. However,
well,
however,
well, well, then you're in the minority, I'm
well,
afraid,
this is
because
what I'm
that's
trying to
what
say.
I'm
Like,
hearing.
I've got to say, I'm not very infused by the Christmas adverts, but I am a very Christmassy person. I've got the turkey going. I've been wearing Christmas jumpers for the last 3 weeks. Like, no, yeah, Andrew. I mean, this is serious. I take Christmas absolutely serious. So we're gonna really, really hone into it. And the Christmas
Amazing.
advert is definitely something that is an expression of how businesses wanna. Well, we're gonna leave.
Yeah,
It's important. That's all I'm gonna say, right? So,
yeah.
in good fashion, let's start off with the
What do you
Insta
think I
Wally
am, mate?
of the week,
Some sort of
Oh,
wally.
okay.
right? So, we got quite a few things to get through today. So we'll get straight into the weeds. Let's share this. So we've got a video because it's all about advertisement. Before we get into the weeds of Christmas, let's have a look at this. So Andrew shared this clip from a film that I've never heard of. Andrew, introduce this because I don't know
Yeah,
what you.
it's when you mentioned advertising, so I get a bit, let's say, emotional is
Yeah.
probably the right word about certain adverts, and that could be for another day. But this film automatically popped into
What's the
mind, and I
film? What's the
think
film? Tell us what the film
it's
is.
called. Sorry, yeah, it's called Crazy People, and I think Dudley Moore plays an advertising executive. He loses it, goes into a mental home, comes back out, and basically he just wants to do a whole different type of ad. Basically, what it is tell it as it is. That's his adverts.
So you're trying to say that in order for marketing and real companies to tell it how it is, they need to go through a mental
They need
breakdown.
to go through some
Well,
sort of
that's
breakdown.
very
Yeah.
interesting. All right, so we.
Imagine adverts telling the truth.
Well, yeah,
what was it?
you would have had to hit your head a couple of times, and sorry for my
Exactly,
insensitivity.
exactly.
But right, it's quite a long clip, but I've actually started it off at a specific period because it relates to a previous episode and a previous company that
Oh, okay.
we had spoken about. Yeah, so right. But before I actually press play, Andrew, is there anything you want to set up? Who is this character? Is this the guy
Yeah, so this is Dudley Moore, a British actor. Not everybody will know him. He was in Arthur and stuff like that, played a drunk. And this is the guy that's the main advertising executive.
Right.
Yeah, so he's basically lost it, gone into a mental home, and then come out thinking, having a eureka moment, and this is what adverts. And here is some of his ideas for new campaigns.
Lovely. All right. Okay.
Right. The box is cute. The box is cute. This is truly nuts. Jaguar, sleek and smart. For men
I
who
see what
like
you've done
hand
there.
jobs from beautiful women they hardly know.
That's what all of these ads really mean. Men buy these cars because of it, so why don't we just come out and say, hey, we know what you want. Here it is. This is for that.
Exactly. So, imagine that. We've
is
gone
getting
from
scary.
Jaguar being
What?
the
It's-
sexy car.
To really, you buy this car because of birds. So
Yeah.
let's just get this over the line. That's why
Yeah.
you're buying it, and this is
If
what.
you want to pull attractive women,
Yeah.
buy this car. That's what he's saying.
Lovely.
And then it's a million miles away from the I think, what was it? Episode 14?
Yeah, where we actually
examined
saw these metrosexual people kind of
Exactly,
coming in with
exactly.
all of this, and it had nothing to do with birds, and it was all about think different. No one gives a damn. We're buying this
No.
car because of birds, and that's the real truth, right?
Yeah,
Do you know what? In fairness, Andrew, sorry, maybe it's because it's pre-Christmas and I've had a couple of drinks, but I don't think women buy Jaguars. To be fair, do they? I've never seen a woman drive a Jaguar before, ever.
No, it's very masculine brand. It always has been.
And this is-
and maybe it was.
Well, maybe that's why maybe that justifies the
Maybe.
advert. Maybe that justifies the advert,
Yeah.
Andrew. But that's very interesting. Okay, cool. So we've gone through that.
Yeah.
Right. So the next thing, Andrew, that I wanted to bring to the table is this to me is definitely a Wally of the week, right? And it's
Okay.
funny because it actually starts to go directly into our Christmas ad segment, right? But I will kind of go into something else that's a bit Christmassy before we go into a real deep dive. But I wanted to bring this up to your attention.
Okay.
Coca-Cola to me is the biggest Christmas Wally of this year.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
let me explain
Big
to you why,
statement.
right? When you think about the Christmas advert of Coca-Cola, in fact, when you think about Coca-Cola as a whole, right? What do you know about Coca-Cola and the significance of their Christmas campaigns?
Well, what I know is I'm going to say this in they didn't invent Christmas, but they invented Santa Claus, didn't they? Basically,
Right, so they had an advert in about
Yeah.
They had the first Christmas advert in the world.
That's it.
I think it was somewhere around 1952.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, where they released a poster, and
Right.
it was Santa with the red holding the Coca-Cola, and I think
Yeah.
prior to that, if I'm not mistaken, it was Santa used to wear green.
Yes.
So they rebranded the Santa. It was
Yes.
It was the first go-to-market Christmas ad that had ever been seen out there, right? And it was a thing of legends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
since then, they started to do their adverts, and I'm not going to go into the history of the adverts, but I will go into the history of what's been iconic for, let's just say, the last 15 years of my life, right? And probably
Right.
yours as well, Andrew. So does this advert ring a bell, right? Down to the music, down to what's happening. Let's go.
Yeah. Very Christmas scene. Yeah, remember this advert?
Holidays are coming.
coming.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Right, and you start to get this. Oh yeah, it's happening, guys. Right,
It's happening, yeah.
And then you
It's
see the
almost here.
Coca-Cola truck, right, and you got all these lovely visuals of snow and this kid just. We're all just. Do you know what? Yeah, in my opinion, and this might, for all of our American listeners that we don't have, right? This one might not resonate. It's the next best thing to the snowman.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's the snowman, but
absolutely.
in advert form. I mean, there is nothing more Christmassy, and there's something about that Coca-Cola truck, which is ironic because we don't have the trucking system here, but
No,
yet we
no.
still idolize it. The red truck that says Coca-Cola on it with the lights. The 16-wheeler or the 18-wheeler, whatever you want to call it, right? It was iconic, right?
Yeah.
Something to never be broken. Honestly, you could just repeat that bloody ad or just do remixes of the same thing.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
How can it go wrong?
No. It
can't go wrong.
Well, it depends on.
No. How can it go wrong? Andrew, any guesses?
Well, no. I mean, it's a great. It's a.
How
great
can it go wrong?
Recipe.
How
It's
can
a
it go
great
wrong?
recipe.
Just two guesses.
How can it go wrong? They'll probably take away the trucks. They'll probably take away the snow. They'll probably take away
Wrong.
Santa.
Wrong.
No?
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong. Let me
Well, I
show
really
you
get
how
to
it
see.
went wrong. Let me show you how it went wrong. I'm sorry, I'm getting pissed off now. And I have had 3 wines before coming to this, so
Oh, okay.
apologies to the thing. But this is why I am angry. Oh my God. All right, so this is now the 18th of November, 2024, which happens to be the
Oh,
year
so
that...
only
Right.
4 years difference.
Tell me what you noticed that's different. Here we go.
I can't hear anything.
Andrew, what's different?
Well, I didn't see anything move. Nothing.
What do you mean? So you're not seeing my screen? Is that
No,
what you're
no.
saying to me?
I'm still seeing the trucks on the bridge.
Okay. Andrew, please focus. What's different?
I can't see anything different. I see the three trucks on the... You haven't played anything different. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, then maybe it's all in my head. Let me go back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, viewers, but we're going to get to the bottom of this because this irritated me to the core of my soul. Let me play the 2020 version again, Andrew.
Right, okay.
What do you see?
Yeah, child running, loads of trucks. Yeah, he's all excited. You can see the Coca-Cola truck. The songs are started.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there, right? So that's the 2021. Right.
Yeah.
So let me go back to the latest one, right? 18th of November. Now I want you to really focus on what you're seeing.
Yeah, but it's still on the 2021 on the screen.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
See? That's where
That's
where the IT problem has happened.
Forgive me.
Forgive me. Here we go. This is why we need to do the test run. Cool. Right.
Oh,
Andrew, I'm playing it.
okay. Oh, got polar bear. That's right, the polar bear. Hang on. Trucks are there.
Andrew, you should have seen enough by now. What's different?
The song's different a little bit.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, and then obviously we've got the polar bears and the animals, but other than that, I don't see much difference.
You don't see any different. I'm gonna enlarge my screen.
Right. Oh, bloody hell. Hang on. So we've got polar bears.
What's different?
I'm stumped. I don't know.
So it's the same advert to you?
Yeah, well, the music's a little bit different. They've got adverts now, and the trucks.
Andrew, just focus a little bit more.
Huh?
Focus a little bit more. Look at that polar bear.
Yeah.
What do you see?
I see a polar bear. I see a...
Andrew, I'm so disappointed. Then, do you know what? I need to go to a psychiatrist.
What? What's the matter?
It's an AI-generated polar bear. The whole thing has been
bloody
generated
hell.
by
Do you know
AI.
what? I can't tell. I couldn't tell.
Andrew, are you bloody serious?
I couldn't tell.
Andrew,
Seriously.
look at this. Look how fake this is. Look at that.
Well, this all looks real to
Look
me.
at that
I mean,
deer.
No, I know. I thought that was a cartoon.
Andrew, we've gone from a real life person.
Right.
We've gone from a real feeling. I'm going to have to go back.
Well, the reindeer does look cartoonish, but the polar bear looked realistic.
Andrew, come on. You got to get the hell out of here.
I
Andrew,
do
look
wear
at
glasses,
this.
Yeah, that's real pink. Definitely. Yeah. Real
Now
trucks.
we're going to compare it to this.
Yeah, real
Wait,
people,
hold on. Now
real
we're going to
trucks.
compare it to this reindeer. Andrew, it's an offense to the sense. It looks like those cheap Christmas cards I used to give my friends in primary school. Yeah,
exactly.
with the glitter on it. You know, with the glitter.
3 or 4 of the reindeers.
There'll
with
be a
bit
bit of glitter. Andrew, what the hell are they playing at? Look, and it says at the beginning. Look, it says at the beginning. Created by Real Magic AI.
I didn't even see that.
What does a company like Coca-Cola? I mean, seriously, out of all the places you want to skim,
Yeah, your Christmas.
you're gonna do your Christmas, and you're gonna generate this by a crappy, bloody AI that looks fake.
Well,
Andrew,
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. The reindeer looks like a cartoon. Yeah, I mean, like you say, it reminded me of exactly that same. You know, when you used to buy the cheap Christmas cards, and you always used to get 4 of each one, and the reindeer you gave to people you didn't really like very much.
yes,
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. But then, as it moved on, I didn't really notice that much difference.
Andrew,
I'll be honest
look
with
at
you.
this. This is all fake.
Yeah, well, maybe
Andrew,
it's because my
look at this snow. This is all fake.
Yeah.
Andrew,
That's
this
definitely
deer
fake.
is a
That
joke.
looks fake.
This polar bear.
The polar bear looks good though, man.
Oh,
And the
you
truck
gotta
looks
get the
good.
hell out of here, Andrew. Seriously.
No.
Oh, the polar bear looks good.
Well, I would love some comments on this. Am
Andrew,
I blind,
you are
or
out.
does that polar bear look
Andrew,
good?
how the hell does this bear look legit? Are you crazy?
When you pause it, no. But
Andrew, how does this look like a load of Coca-Cola trucks getting it over the line?
No, but when you pause it,
Andrew, look at these trucks. Look at these trucks.
Play it.
Oh
when you play it, it doesn't look that fake. That looks quite realistic.
Andrew, look at that Labrador.
The dog looked realistic. That's a real dog.
That is a real dog.
Yeah, that's a real dog.
Andrew. Do you know what? Do you know how like your nan will call you and be like, I've just got a call from a Nigerian prince, and he said that we're now gonna be millionaires, man. Say, quit your job. I've got 10 million for you. That's what you're sounding like to me right now.
All right. Well,
you are falling victim. You are falling victim to a transformation in technology. Andrew, you are officially old. Let me tell you that for free. You are now officially old if you think that is a real bloody dog.
Well, can I just say, I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. It is now 11 o'clock in the evening. And when you pause that dog, it don't look great. But when it's playing, it does look very realistic.
All right, Andrew. So anyway, you're the Wally of the week. Coca-Cola's the Wally of the week. They're all Wallies of the week. And I'm going to explain why they're Wallies of the week. But anyway, why would you pivot to such a beautiful advert and then do this AI thing? I mean, a company like Coca-Cola that grosses the amount of revenue they do, why on earth would you do this?
It's a drop in the ocean.
Oh, because we want to be the first adopters of AI. This is a bloody disaster. So let's have a look at the comments, right?
Right.
Just saw this ad on Hulu and I thought I was having a seizure. The irony of real magic tagline at the end of a fake commercial. Coming from $1 billion company like Coca-Cola, this is an AI embarrassment.
Well, I'm feeling embarrassed now. I've not been able to see it.
You're a multi-billion dollar company. Hire some animators. As a 3D artist, it fills my heart with joy to see generic public spitting on AI.
Public, yeah.
Sorry, general public. Nothing like celebrating the spirit of Christmas with the most soulless commercial possible. It's a joke.
Well, at least they didn't ruin the song.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Well,
it's a joke.
I'll be fair. I mean, for me, the reindeer, I thought that was just a cartoon, and then the polar bear looked quite realistic. The dog looked quite realistic, but when you pause them, then they do look,
they're horrendous, Andrew.
Yeah.
And I personally think there's no bloody excuse. And by the way, this has been happening since November, right?
Yeah.
Let's there's no way of sugarcoating this. The people have been livid at it, and we're quite late to this story. But since it's Christmas, let's kick this off with a good story of how people are genuinely. Look, the Christmas advert is all about connecting to a feeling, a holiday spiritual feeling. Yeah. And the last thing you want to do is try to captivate that with a fake AI generated advert. Now you'd be like, well, yeah, but how does that differ from an animated cartoon? Well, it's different. They had a real thing and then they pivoted to fake. Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie The Grinch?
Yes.
Right. Have you seen the one with Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Right. Brilliant, right? He's in the real costume. You can see the fur, all that, and then you compare that to the animated version of The Grinch, and you go, "Oh, it's just not the same." Do you know what I'm trying to say, right? You can't start off with a real life depiction at that high level and then go digital. It's very tough. It's just very tough. It's kind of like, have you seen Mr. Bean and then Mr. Bean the cartoon?
Yes. Yeah.
There's a market for it, but it's a downgrade. Same thing applies here.
I don't know. I mean, like I say, I don't know. I mean, it's the first time I've seen this. I don't know why they did it. For me, the holidays are coming song is basically Christmas. It's it's part of what Christmas is all about.
Right.
So I don't. I get it if it was a company that was, struggling a little bit and, cutting back on marketing and what have you. But this is Coca-Cola. They're billions and billions and billions,
And that's my point, right?
Yeah.
So
No, I
anyway,
get it.
that's my wallet thing. Now there's one more Insta wallet that has nothing to do with Christmas, but you know what? It's got to do with coffee, so hot drinks and stuff like that. And you know what? I've got to squeeze him in. I've just got to squeeze him in, Andrew, because this guy, to me, is a legend. He's a Hackney legend. So I'm going to be completely biased, but I love what this guy's saying, right? So I call him Uncle because that's his brand. And he's like an uncle that complains about the past. Right. Very in tune with what we do, right? Yeah. So let's have a look at this guy's observation. Tell me if you agree. Oh, hold on. Let's get the sound right.
Oh, I went Starbucks here to buy one simple coffee here. I flung £1.40 on the table. The woman said, no, that'd be £5.60. I spat out my caviar when I heard them type of prices here. I didn't even have enough money on me. I had to pay by check. All I wanted here was a coffee to just help me stay awake. But for £5.60, I better never sleep again. And the woman here, she tried to soften the blow. She said, yeah, will you write your name on the coffee? It's me, yeah, for £5.60, you better write my full name, Victor Junior Daniels, and all my African names here. I want all 62 letters on that cup. I want my name to go around the cup 3 times. I told the woman, yeah, I need to speak to the manager or that Medusa woman because I'm sending a strongly worded email to my local MP. £5.60 for coffee. Women, are you having this? We need to speak to the feminist group here. I need to speak to the 4 wise women. Who are they? Chantel, Karen, Sangeeta, and Chin Lee. Because women, you need to go and do a Zoom call and organise a 100-woman march. Because £5.60 for coffee is just taking the piss. About £5.60 for coffee. In fact, yeah, how much is the coffee without the coffee? I need to know all my options. They're taking the piss, yeah. I even went there 3 days later to do a refill, and you can't do a refill. You have to buy another cup of coffee for £5.60, no refill for the week. Fully mugging us off.
Yeah.
Completely agree with him. It's stupid.
It's madness. It's madness. Yeah. And that's all I've got to say about that.
No, you know what? I had a similar moment the other day when I just drink a normal flat white, and I'm used to hearing £3.40.
Yeah.
And I heard £5.80 the other day.
Yeah.
I went, what? It just shocked me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because you wanted oat milk. But I've always had it for £3. You know what? I can't be bothered. And it's become stupid. They are taking the mickey out of us. They are absolutely taking the mickey out of us.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, that's our...
What do you think I am, mate? Some sort of Wally.
That's the wrap. That's the wrap on the Wally segment. Don't know how you felt about that, Andrew, but I thought it was quite balanced.
I felt like a Wally with the Christmas advert, but I completely agree with Uncle on the coffee. That's for sure.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting worried for you, Andrew, because I think you're going to be a victim to the next Nigerian scam.
Okay.
The next. Sorry, don't want to be racist. You know what I'm trying to say? The next scam of Nigeria.
Scam.
Yeah, whatever. That's really bad. Oh my God, we're definitely editing that out. Okay, so what's next? We're going to talk about, just in the spirit of Christmas, Andrew. We're going to talk about Secret Santa.
Oh, nice.
I found a very interesting story about an office Secret Santa. Right.
Yep.
So when you think about Secret Santa, what are you going to get? You're going to get a pile of crap, right? Let's be honest, right? It's going to be... Go on, Andrew, you tell me.
Well, you know what? I completely agree with you, and I'm embarrassed that I've forgotten the young lady's name.
Right.
About 4 years ago, I was at a company, and she gave me a Secret Santa present. I still use it to today.
What was it? A trimmer or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sandrine, if you're listening, which you're not, thank you. I'm still using it.
Right. Okay, good. So you got a useful one. See, for me, the only Secret Santa I've ever participated in was in a company. We worked there together, and I went and I really spent a whole day picking the right gift for this person.
Yep.
Right. And that person got the gift, and they were so happy. It was an air bomb. It was an air bazooka. Where you could get air and you could kind of bazooka it into people. It's like a bucket thing, right? and the person was a hacker, and they loved their present. My present, a pile of shite, mate. A pile of shite, yeah? And I was just like, I'm never doing this again, right? But this right here, what you're about to see, is probably the best result that you can get in a Secret Santa. This is a lady that works for Microsoft.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? She got Bill Gates as her Secret Santa.
No.
Imagine.
This could go one of two ways.
Right, talk to me.
This could go, Bill Gates, you tight git.
Yeah.
Or, wow, Bill Gates, big up, well done.
Right.
Changed her life. One of two ways. I'm excited.
Okay, now you're making me less excited because I'm interested now to see where your direction's going to go to, right? So I'm not going to read the article because word on the street is people get annoyed when I do that. Raise your hand if matching Bill Gates or Reddit Gates, it's a life goal. Well, this is what she got. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's go back to the article. Bear with me 1 second. She got Twin Peaks memorabilia, a Harry Potter Lego set, and a bound manuscript of her favorite book, The Great Gatsby. This has been, so basically this is what she got. A Harry Potter Santa hat, Hylian shield earrings, Bill's deck of books, so his whole collection of books that he read. Yeah, a handmade Zelda quilt.
No idea what that is.
No, but that could be worth a few bob, right?
Yeah.
A hammock.
Yeah.
Almond roll cart, Seattle mint chocolates, Jelly Bellies, cat toys, 7 packs of assorted Oreos, a cat-themed logic game, 8 hardcover books, a manuscript copy of The Great Gatsby. Mate, that could be worth a few bob.
That could be worth a few quid,
A candle with a passage from The Great Gatsby inscribed. 2 adult-level Lego sets of micro-scale Hogwarts, and so that's about a G. That's about a grand. Yeah. And retired R2D2
from Star Wars.
That could be another grand as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Twin Peaks memorabilia, including 5 scripts from the season 2, blah, blah, blah. Shelby concluded her Reddit post by saying, "Thank you, Gates. Let's play cards together sometime."
I'll tell you what.
Okay, Sam, what do you think?
I respect that. I respect that because I think he could have gone very tight and bought a one thing.
Yeah.
Or he could have gone over the top and gone, oh, here's a car.
Or here's £1 million.
Yeah.
But honestly, that would have been... come on, that's what we're really looking for, Andrew.
I know. But this seems all
thoughtful.
Stuff to me.
It's thoughtful. It's thoughtful, but I'll be honest with you, I'm taking $1 million. Just give me $1 million.
Yeah.
Just give me $1 million, mate. Like, do you know what I mean?
I mean, she's on there going, "Oh, look how lovely."
No, it is lovely. It is lovely. I don't want to be an ungrateful git. No. Just give me the $1 million.
Inside, she's hurting, mate.
Just give me the $1 million. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But
give me some shares. Give me some shares.
Come on, mate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. I was in between two words with that, but I thought because it's in the Christmas theme and it's also in the work-life theme. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
I like it. As I say, if you look at that, you think, you know what? He could have just given the Harry Potter hat and be done with it.
Yeah.
Right. But it's been very thoughtful and it's great. But the money would have been, less thoughtful, but more
impactful. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. So that's that.
I like that one. Where did you find that one? I didn't even know.
I don't know. I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was just kind of going around. I've been preparing for this, Andrew. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, right? Yeah. It's Christmas. Right. So, next thing on the list of agendas or whatever you want to call it, right?
Right.
Now we're getting into economics. You know me. I like to pocket watch, right? This is our pocket watches moment. So, Andrew, quick guess.
Yes.
How much is the average price of a Christmas dinner? Because this one, I'm not going to lie, it rocked my boat. Really? Andrew, how much is the average Christmas dinner?
Oh, that's it. What are we talking?
Andrew, I don't know.
The whole lot.
Just if you average everyone around the country, how much? So, okay, let's define a Christmas dinner. A Christmas dinner is the dinner, just the dinner, right, not the hors d'oeuvres, the main.
The main. So you're talking turkey, trimmings, roast potatoes,
whatever you want to make of it. How much is it?
Right.
For a family of 4,
I would say about 80 quid.
80 quid.
Yeah.
80
I would say about 80 quid. When you look at an average turkey, about 40 plus all the other bits and pieces, about 80 quid. That's if it's a crown of turkey and it's, about 100 tops.
100 tops.
Yeah.
Andrew, okay, now, because I'm now intrigued, right? Now, let's just not talk about the main. Let's talk about everything that's served for Christmas. How much are you spending?
Or what we're including drinks?
I mean the
Everything.
whole thing, Andrew.
Right. I would say
we're gonna sound very elitist here. Go on.
I would say 200 then. 200, maybe a bit more. I don't know the price of drinks. That's my problem.
Andrew, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm already about £450 deep.
No way. You must be going top notch stuff. Are you going Marks and Spencer's turkey?
Higher than that, mate.
Higher?
No. It's not a turkey. I spent £80 on cheeses.
Oh, I forgot about cheeses.
I spent £19 on truffle oil.
Oh my God!
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, let me just pause here, right? Truffles, I don't see what the hell is going on here.
I love them.
They either taste like
Andrew. I love them. They're like Marmite. They're like Marmite. You either love them or you don't.
Wet dog.
No,
who was just eating one of my wet socks.
I disagree. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, yeah. But honestly, on my cheese board alone and the oil, I'm about £100 deep.
Wow. I did 15 quid on cheese.
On starters alone, £45.
Sorry, audience, but I'm intrigued now. Can we go through the menu, please?
Oh, please. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? You're gonna regret you asked. But I'm gonna bore the audience to death. But you know what? You're not gonna listen anyway, so sod it. I'm gonna tell you my. Right. Okay. Cool. So we've got dim sum as a starter. Okay. So I've gone to the actual Chinese proper place. Yeah. I've got so we've got prawn dim sum.
Yeah.
And then we've got something called sumai, but it's a shrimp-based sumai, so no pork.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got tempura prawns. Three packets of tempura prawns, but the finest level, the ones that are about maybe £4.50.
Not Iceland.
No, definitely not Iceland. Okay, we're not touching none of that, mate. Yeah. Right? Cool. And then we've also got some just basically some of these like Marks and Spencer's finest random bits and bobs, yeah. But in that alone, we're talking about 35 quid, 40 quid.
Okay.
I get that. Just that alone, right? Okay, cool. Then, right, the cheeses, that's for the cheese and biscuits that comes afterwards, right? I take that very serious. Every year I level up, right? So it all started off with. First, I started off by buying all the Tesco finest cheeses. Yeah. And that was coming up to about, I don't know, maybe 15 to 17 quid. Yeah. Then I was just like, we could really do better than this. So the last 3 years, I was going to Marks and Spencer's.
Right.
And then we were doing the cheese platters in Marks, and then the cheese platters in Marks and Spencer's, they now start going to like maybe the 25 mark.
Yes, they do.
Kind of thing, right? But I just said, it's lacking a bit of oomph. Yeah. It's lacking a bit of oomph. So I discovered my local market. London Fields Market, they're importing this stuff. So now my cheddar's from I've got cheddar with flowers on it that's sourced from Holland, and then from cheddar. Sorry, from cheddar here, But I've got another cheese that's from Holland with God knows what it is, I've got truffle infused brie. I've got burrata directly from Italy.
Burrata as well,
right? And then I've got jamon serrano as well because you got to put that in the middle for the thingy. And then we've got grapes, we've got the walnuts, we got all of that jazz, right? And then obviously you got the turkey. Yeah. The turkey actually, funny enough, right? I've spent all this money around the thing, but the turkey's actually bog standard. It's one of these free range Tesco turkeys, maximum.
That's still 50 quid.
Yeah, but it's not right. And then obviously you got all the vegetables, the rice, because we're Colombian. The moral story is this, right? That with drinks. I mean, I don't want to tell you my drink list because I'm really going to bore the tits of everyone, right? Yeah. But the point is this: I'm about £450 deep, Andrew.
Yeah.
Right, and you're saying about what £200 when you usually do it? £200 roughly.
I do about £200, but that's not including drinks because I never buy drinks. People bring them. They know I don't really drink a lot, so they bring wine.
See, I don't drink a lot either, but I just like to have a full bar. Like it's and then it just lingers around for like half of the year for guests and whatnot, right?
Well, I get a bit. I must admit, I get a bit spoilt because my sister-in-law, she'll make a roulade.
Brilliant.
Dessert. She'll make Portuguese rice pudding, which is slightly different.
Absolutely.
And then my sister-in-law, she'll bring all the little Portuguese croquettes and the risottos.
Lovely.
And all
So
that
everyone's
sort of
chipping in. Everyone's chipping in.
So for me, it's mainly like the starter and the main course. I don't really do the dessert.
Right. Okay. No problem. Right. So we agree, right? To us, Christmas dinner is expensive.
Yeah.
Well,
funny story. Went to Morrison's this morning to get petrol and some last minute bits.
Yeah.
And thought I'd get some cigarettes. So I queued up by the cigarette bit. This bloke comes on, right, in a trolley with full of shopping in the bags. He'd already packed them. Right. And he goes, I have effing cancelled Christmas. I want a refund for all of this. It took 20 minutes to credit all back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something happened.
I mean, I would love to know, mate. You should have probed them because that would have been decent for the podcast.
I know.
Mate, you don't mind telling me, like, I've got a podcast tonight. I've got to tell people about this.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it was effing and blinded. Anyway, sorry.
Right. So, how much will Christmas cost you this year? I'm not going to read the article. I'm just going to, because of the feedback we've received on the podcast, we're going to get straight to the point, right? Let's go. So, listen to this, Andrew.
Yeah.
The average price of Christmas dinner this year will be £31.66.
What?
£31.66, which is down from last year's figure of £32.18. Andrew, I must be Christmasing wrong. Honestly, like, this made me feel like the biggest snob in the world.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
I'm like, in what world are you getting a... See, and this is what... It got me thinking, Andrew. You see, when I used to go to school, they used to give me this millimeter slice of turkey.
Transparent. You can hold it up and read the
with
newspaper.
about 4 bloody peas, 1 carrot, and 1 Yorkshire pudding with a load of gravy, and that was Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Is that
you were lucky, you got a
no,
roast
I'm
potato.
a bit of a foreigner. You know what I mean? I'm, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm not,
You're from Hackney.
Yeah, well, there you go, right? Have I been just getting Christmas completely wrong?
Well, I have as well then.
£32.18 last year, and now it's £31. Honestly, if you put a gun to my head and said, Mensa, get a Christmas dinner over the line in Iceland for the 4 of you for £31.66.
No chance.
I'll be chucked out of my house.
No chance.
So do you want to have a look at this?
There's something wrong there.
So do you want to have a look at this shopping list? Do you want to have a look at this
Please,
shopping list?
I was going to say.
Cool. Frozen turkey, £19.06.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't buy frozen turkeys. I don't. I just don't.
I did it once. Won't do it again.
No. Right. Okay. Now, in fairness, Andrew, I did go to the Tesco aisle, and I did see these massive ass turkeys. I'm talking. I mean, they were like that. Yeah. And the biggest turkey, which was Tesco brand, kind of the lower end, the non kind of free range, all of that type of stuff. Yeah. If you wouldn't have had your club card, it was £32, sorry. Right? With the club card, it was £22.
Right.
So actually, that's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
So you know what? I tilt my hat off to Britain. You know what? Let's do a cheer. Well done, Britain. Where's the cheer? Well done, Britain, because that is phenomenal. A large turkey, Tesco's, £22 Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
We'll go back to this, right? So tick on that one. Potatoes, $1.99. Are you buying 4 potatoes?
Yeah. No. There's something. Yeah.
No, Andrew. I've seen the bags of potatoes you can get for $1.99. Yeah.
There is literally 4 potatoes.
In it. 4 potatoes. 5 potatoes. How the hell are you gonna feed a family of 4 on that?
Yeah.
Madness. Absolute madness. Carrots, 69p. So you're gonna buy 1 bag of carrots.
No. Actually, this year, for some reason, carrots, Brussels sprouts, and parsnips
are more expensive.
Gone right down in price.
Oh, they've gone down. I heard they've gone up. Okay, well, there you go.
Apparently they've gone right down in price.
Brussels sprouts, 86p. I'll be honest with you, that's the most realistic one of them all because I don't like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
I just want one on my plate.
That's it, just to feel Christmassy.
Yeah, that's it. And I might eat half of it or 2 leaves of it, and that's it. I'm done, right? So that's the most realistic part. In fairness, this one right here, it's a winner, yeah?
Yeah.
Pigs in blankets, £2.46. That's realistic because you got different ranges. You got, you know, the really crap ones and then the really good ones. Sage and onion stuffing mix, 50p. You're having a bubbly chocolate.
No.
Half of that's probably
no chance.
half of that's probably sawdust.
Yeah, no chance. That's wrong. No, that's wrong.
Onion gravy, 98p, and then iced top mince pie, £1.82, and that is, according to this article, the average British Christmas dinner.
Well, sage and onion stuffing mix.
No wonder we're so miserable.
Stuffing mix, for six balls, it's £1.40.
Andrew. Yeah. Andrew. If this is your Christmas dinner, no wonder you're miserable. No wonder you're miserable.
Where's the? I'm sorry, but where's the cheese?
Where's the condiments?
Where's the condiments? Where's the Yorkshire pudding? I mean, I'm not a big fan of Yorkshire pudding.
No, but you want it on there. Yeah. Where's the carbohydrate? There's no carbohydrate here.
No. And normally you don't just have turkey. You have turkey and a bit of I don't know, roast pork or gammon or something.
I just think this was just an offence to my senses. But then
no, this is crap. This is crap. I don't believe. This is like a dinner for two.
I'm not even sure it's a dinner, mate.
No.
Honestly, I think this is.
This is like that dinner that we had last week with the glitter gravy.
Yeah, this is primary school levels. This is basically what you get in primary school. But yeah, I was flabbergasted. I didn't know how to feel about this one.
Spencer, imagine you turn up at somebody's dinner, right? A Christmas lunch or dinner, and then you eat that, and then you go, "Oh, what's for dessert?" They give you they give you a mince pie.
Yeah, or they just say, "No, that's it."
That's it. Well,
and you've travelled from here to Leeds, like from London to Leeds to go for this. Honestly, like. Andrew, I don't know. Like, I don't want to come across as a snob, but you know what? Sod it. If you call me a snob, you call me a snob. But this is abysmal. It's abysmal to me. Yeah. But you know what? In fairness, hats off to England. Yeah, turkeys this year, they've been very accessible, mate. Honestly, it's impressive what I've seen out there. Right, big ass turkeys for about £19 to £25 on the lower range. And obviously, you've got free range and all that type of stuff. But if you want to go on the high end, that's up to you. But the fact that you got a good accessible turkey that's not frozen for that price. Phenomenal.
I can be a bit of a snob sometimes, right? Yeah. But things like turkey, right, is, it's up to you to put the flavour in. It's up to you to make it juicy, etc. And at the end of the day, you're going to cover it in condiments and gravy and what have you, right? So why would you pay 60 quid for something that's, free range, blah, blah, blah. If you can afford it, great.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's much difference. I'll be honest with you. But,
no. There definitely isn't from a flavour perspective.
No.
I just tend to do it because I don't eat meat myself and I feel sorry for the animals. So I just pay the premium just to ensure that there's going to be some farms out there with some turkeys that live a half decent life. Like you know what I'm trying to say? It's more of a tax that I'm willing to pay because my family, and also I just think about my child, and because I don't eat meat myself, but I do give meat to my daughter and the mother of my child and all the stuff, and the family. I just think, well, if I'm going to give them something that I don't really agree with myself, at least let me give them. That's all it is. It's a bit of a weird thing. But anyway, mate, I thought that would also be fit in with it. So Andrew, we're going to go into this the business deep dive. The business deep dive is going to focus on the Christmas adverts. So we're going to actually analyze 4 distinct Christmas adverts. That's going to be JD, Aldi, John Lewis, and Tesco's. Okay.
Yeah, John Lewis. I'll be honest with you. The John Lewis one is something that everybody seems to be looking forward to. I think people actually cried during one of them one year. I can't remember which one it was, but it seems to be John Lewis advert. But it'd be interesting.
And the JD one.
JD one is like, you know what? I wasn't expecting it there.
Well, that's why.
And it's interesting you've picked that. So I'd love to see why.
So that's a bit of a random one, and I'll tell you why I picked it, because it's not a Christmas brand.
Exactly.
It's not something that you're like, I get the Christmassy feel when I go to JD. So I was actually quite curious to see how they're going to interpret Christmas, right? So wanted to switch it up a little bit. But before we go into that, I want to share a bit of information with you, Andrew, around the mechanics and the business logic around Christmas adverts, because it turns out Christmas adverts isn't just about selling stuff during Christmas. There's much more to it, and it's it's got a bigger significance than we thought. So so I've got this article here. Can you see it? It's Cranfield. Okay,
the one by Cranfield School of Management.
So there's a Cranfield School of Management, and there's a lady called Dr. Anne-Marie Hanlon, right? She's written about the psychology behind the creating these adverts. And I'm not going to go through all of it, but I do actually want to highlight this paragraph here, Andrew, right? I'm going to read it out. Great storytelling doesn't happen by chance, obviously. And the process of creating the Christmas advert is very different from that which brands will use to create their other adverts during the year. And so it should be, fair enough. But this is the bit that got me. A retailer like John Lewis will take around 70% of its sales between October and January.
Hell, 70% between October and January.
Yeah.
It's like, is it worth opening?
Yeah, exactly.
Make that. Imagine the money you could save by not opening and just opening.
The rest of it's dead time, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, right? So typically, big brands will start planning the adverts around February. So it's like Christmas is done, January sales get over the line, and then we're back at Christmas again. And of course, if 70% of your profit is pegged to that, well, you would be right. But I didn't know this. I'll be honest with you. I thought they started planning it. Well, it just makes sense, but you never think of it as a consumer, right? So it is what it is. No. Yeah. So this might seem early, but they are effectively producing a mini movie.
Yeah,
and it's true, and that's what we're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, from I haven't taken too much notice of them, but from what I hear, especially from the female side of the family, who seem to love it all, especially the John Lewis one, is like, I wonder what it's going to be like this year. So I get it.
Right. And that's what makes, we were talking about previously about the Coca-Cola advert. The fact that you outsource that to an AI engine.
Yeah, I get I get the point you were making.
Criminal, yeah. So, albeit this only takes about 2 minutes long, which makes it even more criminal that you would. But anyway, so the marketing team will work with a specialist agency. Of course, you would. You would probably switch up agencies to get new ideas, fresh ideas, whatever. Yeah. That will be familiar with the brand and what they're trying to achieve, and they will likely do some testing once it's made. So I mean, I've been reading a book called Biology, like as in biology.
Okay.
Yeah. And mate, some of these it's all about a professor or someone that's really high ranking, worked with Procter and Gamble, all these type of companies, and they go to the point where they actually get participants to wear hats like these fMRI hats and to look at brain activity. Yeah. It's a proper science that these people go for. So you can imagine, right? So they're likely to do some testing once it's made to see what resonates with the target audience. They're looking for emotional engagement. Do people remember it? So remember that, right? And this is what we're going to be testing our adverts on. Is it memorable? Yeah. Okay?
Yep.
Do they talk about it?
Okay.
So I'm not really adding that one to our thing. I decided to add, does it give the Christmas feeling?
Okay. Yeah.
Which is kind of about talking about it, right? Because that gets you talking about it, right? And do they want to share it? So for me, it's about the brand. See, here, this is focusing on the movie. But for me, I just want to know, okay, it's all good that you told me a Christmas story, but is it going to make me want to go there or associate with a brand? Is it going to make me think that this is a strong company? And isn't it going to have mind share in my brain? Because there was an advert a few years back, beautiful advert. Like, honestly, I think maybe it did give me a tear. It was a Christmas advert, and it was about the war between the Germans and the Brits. Don't know if it was the First World War or the Second World War. And it turns out that it was a true story. During that war, the Christmas period, they stopped fighting for one day.
Yeah.
And both sides started playing football.
That's right. Yeah.
And
that is a true story.
And I was so touched, but it didn't make me want to go to Sainsbury's.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah.
So
because you didn't associate it with Sainsbury's, did you?
I just thought, well done, Sainsbury's. You did something well, but I'm still angry at you. I'm not a big Sainsbury's fan, but I've got a personal story about that. Don't know if we should share it or whatever.
We did
but
share it, yeah.
Yeah. How I did a shift there, in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that was. Oh, I think I can't remember which episode that was, but that was the one where they just sort of left you alone. Was that right?
No.
And
I
you
worked
did-
a whole night, right?
That's right.
And it was pretty much slave labor. And then in
Yes.
the morning, right, manager came in and was like, "No, you got to turn all the tins certain way," and like they were just treated us like absolute slaves during the night shift.
Yeah.
So I just can't forgive them for that. But anyway,
No.
we can be fairly sure that the likes of John Lewis won't get a lot of change from. They spend $5 million on their advert,
Wow.
Andrew.
Wow.
Yeah. For the advert and its promotion, but they may see a return up to 20 times of that increase.
So out of that 5 million, they're going to get 100 million. That's not a bad return, is it?
I mean, Andrew, I'm impressed with your maths, but yeah, you're right. 100 million, mate. Right?
Yeah.
And if we think about the fact that they make about 2 billion a year or whatever it is, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's best investment ever. So I thought that was important to understand because I thought the impact was all about Christmas sales. But there's a long-lasting impact. I mean, to think about October, and you're right, the Christmas advert isn't just about the Christmas. You start seeing the Christmas advert from October times.
Yeah, you do.
And then and then to see that spill over into the next year, like up to January, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
The Christmas adverts seem to be starting earlier and earlier, and this sort of explains why, because they're invested in it, and it's almost like a new movie's been released, and you get the little snippets coming to your cinema, etc. And I think the idea around it is that whenever you hear a piece of music or you see an advert, it's like automatically in your brain, it's John Lewis,
right?
It's John Lewis,
right.
And does it make us go there is the ultimate thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the second article, Andrew, before we start getting into the weeds of these adverts, right? This one is from the Financial Times.
Yeah.
Okay. And it says, the race to make the greatest Christmas ad.
Oh, okay.
Long article, pretty much an essay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that, but there is something that actually complements what we've just said, right? So I'm going to read this out. It's going to repeat a little bit of what we heard about John Lewis, but it's going to add an extra bit of detail to this, right? So for a general goods retailer like John Lewis, the Christmas season can be as much as half of annual turnover.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, the other one said 70%. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For a supermarket like Sainsbury's, which makes its highest profit margin on its Taste the Difference premium range of food and drink, the difference between winning and losing the Christmas adverts can be hundreds of millions of pounds. And you know what? That actually ties into that snob story that I was telling earlier on about
absolutely.
Because what did I say? I like to get the finest range. Yeah. See, and I don't get the finest range on my day-to-day. But my biggest exposure to the Tesco finest range is during the Christmas period.
Yeah.
And if I get hooked on it during the Christmas period, I'm probably not going to downgrade throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you always go for the premium brand because it's a special day. You don't want to go. Well, again, I don't want to sound snobby. There are people with economic constraints, etc., etc.
Yeah,
I respect
absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about audiences and market share and people that can afford it. They are most likely to have the highest propensity to try these new products during the Christmas period, and that can then have a lagging effect. And that's I found that very, very interesting. But this is the bit that really blew my socks off, right? The success of Kevin the Carrot, so this is the Aldi character, had helped nudge Aldi into the supermarket Big Four in 2022.
Yeah.
So if we think about the UK food retail, when I think about the Big Four, I think about Tesco's, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I think they've got about a third of the nation's market share, right? We've got Sainsbury's, always the top. Morrison's, to me, it's always been out there, and Asda. Yeah. I've always thought of those as the Big Four.
Yeah.
And Aldi is like, it's kind of like that place where you know you get value for money, but it's just so many weird brands. You just don't. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Along with a lot of people, I looked at Aldi and I thought, a bit snobby, etc. Yeah. And I saw an interesting program.
Aldi snobby, you said?
No, I was a bit snobby. I'm not going to go there, sort of thing. It's going to be full of rubbish, etc. But I saw an interesting program the other day where they were comparing Christmas products with Aldi and Marks and Spencer's. So, Marks and Spencer's, creme de la creme, Aldi down there. So, apart from the turkey, and it was because Aldi's turkey and Marks and Spencer turkey. It was a bit unfair, I thought, because the Marks and Spencer turkey was what you bought, the free range, organic, blah, blah, blah. The Aldi's turkey was £21 and the Marks and Spencer's was like 55. And yes, it tasted better. But on everything else, Aldi won the taste test, hands down. Right? And it was amazing because Aldi had been in the UK for several years and really struggled. And it was that one year at Christmas where they got it right with the decor and the mince pies. They actually went out and said, we've got the best mince pies. And they did they did a taste challenge. And that's what launched Aldi. It was Christmas that really launched Aldi.
Well, there you go. And then Kevin the Carrot. I mean, it must have been that same year, 2022. Yep. So we're talking about significant market shares on the table, right? Yep. So that's why we decided, I mean, it's also a bit of fun to look at these adverts, right?
Absolutely.
But that's what's on the table, guys. And we wanted to bring that context to you from a business perspective. Right. So let's start getting our teeth into these adverts. Right, so we start off. So what we're gonna do is I'll repeat it again. We'll do JD.
Yep.
We'll do John Lewis. No, JD, Aldi.
Yep.
John Lewis and Tesco's. Yep. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark them out of 5 in 3 distinct categories: memorable, whether it's memorable, whether it taps into the Christmas theme or the Christmas feel, and whether it refers us back to the brand, and whether we're likely to go and give it a go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right, Andrew. So we're going to get into the weeds of these adverts, okay?
Okay.
We're going to keep
hang on. So before you play it, so this is called the Family Portrait JD Sports Christmas 2024.
Yeah, sorry for the sirens. Yep, that is what it is. That is what it is. It's the Family Portrait JD Sports Christmas 2024.
This is telling me that it's going to be a family of people, maybe posing by a log fire, getting ready to take their Christmas photo, either before or after they've had their dinner.
Andrew, we will see. But this is okay. So remember, we are going for memorable, Christmas feel, and brand.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Boom.
All right.
Boom. Okay.
So let's get stuck into this one, right? Let's see how this goes. All right. So I'm gonna stop it maybe 20-second intervals, just to see where we're at with it. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a 1.5 minutes. So hopefully we're not gonna, be too boring.
You guys, hey, let me in, man.
Come through, man. Come through.
What are you doing in my seat?
Yeah, you took time with your long time.
What are you laughing at? My stuff.
So if you just in case you don't know, the lady in the car, walked in with the lovely hair, wavy hair. Her name's Maya Yama.
You know what? This is going to sound really pervy, but if I was 30 years younger,
you would have
stalk her. I would stalk her.
Well, okay, there you go. So you know her. You know her from Love Island and all of that crap, don't you? Yeah, because I think that your family watches that crap, don't they?
Well, I don't know where I saw her. I think it was Love Island. She's the most beautiful young lady
whatever.
on TV.
She's all right, man. She's all right. But anyway, that's what she is. But we've got our first celebrity, right? Kind of.
I didn't notice that. That. I'm glad you told me.
All right. Let's go.
Going to work now. You behave, okay?
Right. So basically, at the moment, what we've had is a young man caught on camera banging on a petrol station window, asking to go in with a Christmas hat on.
Yeah.
Right. And then Maya has jumped into the back of a car.
So
I thought it was
hold on. So the first scene, I need to contextualize this, right? So JD, so far from what I've seen, JD, they're trying to appeal for young people somewhere between the age of 11 and let's say 21.
Okay.
And that depiction, because I'm from Hackney, I grew up, even though I'm 36, I remember this. I'm not that old to not remember the mentality, right? You always forge a relationship with the shop owner, right?
Yes.
And you're always you, at the beginning you're a bit of a nuisance, but then eventually you forge a relationship. He's banging on there. He's like, oh yeah, boss man. Oh yeah, you cool. Yeah, like da 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 da. So it's like it's almost like you've taken a break from your Christmas dinner and you've gone to boss man just to quickly buy something that you forgot or whatever. Like it's a very youthful energy time. Or mum's just sent you to the shop or whatever, right? Second thing is Maya Yama going into a car and there's some mates there. I don't really get how that's Christmassy.
I thought it was an Uber driver, but never mind. Go on,
or an Uber driver, right? And then this scene that we're about to go into, it's like I don't know. I'm just gonna guess
I think she's a nurse.
An Afro-Caribbean family, either African or Caribbean. She's a nurse, and she's obviously leaving the kids there because she's about to go into an NHS shift. Yeah.
Yes.
I think. Again, that goes. It's tapping into that working class feel. The mother of my child, she's a midwife, and she's actually gonna work on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And she's gonna do exactly the same thing. She's gonna say, "All right, guys, all right, bye. I'm off to the," and we're gonna be like, "Oh man," and we're just gonna, you know what I'm trying to say. So I don't know. Maybe it's tapping into that working class feel. I don't know.
Bye. Yeah, he's all sad.
Right, so this is another celebrity. This is a rapper called Central C. So he raps trap, kind of UK trap type of music, whatever. He's kind of like the face of all the JD adverts, and he's come out of I don't know, let's call this a tour bus, and he's just with a couple of blokes with chains. That's all I've got.
When are we going to get rappers called Peter McMahon or John Smith?
It will come very soon. Very soon.
It will come. Okay.
So now we have a Vietnamese guy. I don't know. What the hell has happened to me? I don't know what's going on. Am I just slowly morphing into like a stereotype racist guy? What data did I get from this to say he's Vietnamese? It says Vietnamese. I don't know why I got Vietnamese from this. I don't know. This doesn't say Chinese to me. It says I'm just trying out a new culture, right? Okay. I'm sorry. He is an African guy holding a baby. All right. Let me not be stereotypical.
He's not. He's Asian.
I know. I was being ironic. Just to not seem like I was being, But anyway. Okay.
It is.
Cranberry and chicken.
So you got a couple of lads doing a bit of fishing and eating a cranberry and chicken sandwich.
And this girl looks like a girl that goes, "Am I bothered? Am I bothered?"
Yeah, literally, it's like a Little Britain. You're right. It's got a Little Britain feel to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now we're on a bus with some people that are obviously going to a football match, God knows what. Now you got a guy that's going into the local chicken shop, because that's what you do on Christmas Day. So this is Paddy not Paddy McGuinness. Paddy, he's a UFC fighter.
Can I just ask you a quick question? Is that lady serving the waitress, is she Vietnamese?
He's obviously gone to his local Chinese, because apparently some people do that. Yeah. I mean, it's alien to me, right? But this is Paddy. He does UFC fighting. A very good UFC fighter, by the way. Very good UFC fighter. And he's obviously had a child. He's got his missus, getting that over the line.
Thank you.
Now you got kids playing in a community centre. Makes sense with a box standard Christmas tree.
Several portraits.
Yeah, portraits of everyone falling asleep.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Right.
Okay. Right. So for me, do you want my marks now, or do you want my?
First of all, I just want your take on it.
Yeah. So for me, absolutely nothing to do with Christmas, apart from the odd Christmas tree in the background. Right. Nothing to do with JD Sports until the end, because all we had is North Face. And I think there was a Nike logo, right? And I don't get it. I don't get it why this would be a Christmas ad. An ad at any other time, yeah, maybe. But even then, it's not advertising JD Sports. I don't get it. Is it about, oh, look how we're in with the youth? Even the target audience is not the people that would go out and spend the money on Christmas dinner or on Christmas gifts. Yeah, I don't get it. I think this is an absolute disaster.
Okay, so I'll give you my take on it, right?
Yeah.
They have gone for a specific niche of people. They've gone for working class, multicultural families.
Yep.
Where it's gonna sound crazy, I got a lot of like single parent household vibes from this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you think about like a youngster going to the chicken shop on Christmas Day,
Yep.
a youngster spending Christmas in the local corner shop with a Christmas hat,
Yep.
that's not likely to happen in a two-parent household. And I'm just saying that because I'm from a one-parent household, right?
Yeah.
And that didn't happen to me. My mom used to do a good spread, but I know a lot of people from like kind of a working class background, kind of a minority background, and they're playing a lot into that whole idea of, yeah, like our customers who like to spend 120 to 150 pounds on some trainers, or might spend or 250 pounds on a tracksuit, they're gonna be from this demographic.
Yeah, and what they should do is go and buy their tracksuit in Primark and spend that 250 quid on a fucking Christmas dinner.
But this is business, Andrew.
No,
this is
I get that, but
right?
what I'm saying is,
look,
I'm saying this is a good advert. Don't get me wrong. It brings up emotions. It takes me to my past as it did you.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good advert, but it's not a Christmas advert.
Okay, cool. So let's give it a score. Right. So how memorable is this advert? 1 to 5.
Okay. Memorable.
5
2.
five being the best. So you think this is 2 for memorable?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 1 for memorable.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you why I'm giving this a 1 for memorable. Because all of these stars are already plastered on all the billboards.
Right.
So Central C is all over the billboards on all of the JD things.
Yeah.
So all they're doing is they're reinforcing something they've already done. But nothing about this is memorable to me. I'm not like, oh my god, like there's this story that JD told, right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
If I had to describe this, if someone put a gun to my head and said, describe what happened in that advert in a story mode, I don't think I'd be able to retain.
I've given it a 2 because of Maya, who is the most beautiful woman in the world, other than my wife, obviously. So that's why I've given it a 2.
I'm giving it a 1. All right, cool. Yeah. The Christmas feel.
0.
I'm going to give it... Okay, you're going to give it a 0.
Yeah.
You're going to go old man on us and go for a 0.
Yeah, 0. There's nothing Christmassy about that. For me, Christmas is feel good. It's family. It's snow. It's... Even if you can still have these youngsters, maybe, helping mum cook the dinner, with the wrappers and the chains and what have you, right? Or knocking on the door and getting the turkey, or knocking on the door. I know you're still working.
Or sending them to the shop. Yo, go get me some of these seasonings. This is, mum, allow it. I'm on the PlayStation, or that feeling.
Or you know what? The petrol station is still open. He hasn't had Christmas dinner. Go and take this to your mate at the petrol station.
Good point. Well, I'm gonna give it a 3 for Christmas feel, because I believe that the target audience that they're going for, that's how they spend Christmas. Okay. They are in a single mother household, and a lot of them do work for the NHS. A lot of them do need to work the next day, and they're there with their big brother. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They have a relationship with boss man, and they're hurrying up to have their Christmas dinner so they can spend time with their friends in the evening. That's the demographic. So I'm gonna give it a 3. Brand, Andrew.
Brand 0.
Wow.
1. Give it 1 because of the JD thing on the end.
All right, Andrew, I'm gonna give it a 5. 5 out of 5.
No, come on, no.
5 out of 5.
Have you been smoking something? Right? No. Because until the end, let's say let's say you've just come from, I don't know, Scotland, France, whatever, right? And you take away that last scene with JD on it, right? And you ask somebody, what is this advert about and who is the company? It'll be zero. I have no idea.
Andrew,
It'll be a North Face advert, or it'll be a Nike. What's it one? The
Andrew,
basketball
this is better.
brand.
This is better than that. Let me tell you why. I'm giving it a 5. I'm giving it a 5 because JD has been very consistent with the influencers that it's using in its brands. So it's using it was using two YouTubers called Young Philly and Chunks. Young Philly is now being, he's got some issues. In
Young
Australia.
Philly is a little female horse to me.
No, Young Philly is a big influencer on YouTube, but he's actually now on a rape case in Australia. He can't leave Australia.
So, great brand.
Right, hold on. But Chunks, who's a Somalian UK thing that works with him, he's married and all that type of stuff, and he's kosher, right? But he's part of that face, and he's very respected, good young man. This guy Central C that you see here, a rapper, he's on every billboard. Paddy the Baddy, I think his name is the UFC fighter. That's that's blonde. That was in the Chinese restaurant. He's also all over the thing. So that collection of people being strategically placed across the advert, without even seeing the JD Sports logo, if you're a JD Sports consumer, you know it's JD.
That's the key thing, right? Are we doing adverts, right, for our existing consumers, or are we doing adverts to increase and get new consumers?
Right, I don't know, and this is the thing, right? But in terms of reinforcing the brand, that's why I'm giving it a 5. Right.
Well, I know none of those people apart from Maya. And I know I sound like a pervert, but apart from Maya, I know none of those, right? You know, like I say, Young Philly is a horse at Ascot, you know. And what was it? I don't know what his name is, the one that's doing
Central
the sign
C.
there.
Central C.
Yeah, I don't know these people.
Right, but
I'm not the demographic that they're
But
advertising
for their
to.
demographic, trust me, this will ring bells.
I'm sure if my daughter was here
So
or
it's
her
a
boyfriend
5.
was here.
To me, it's a 5 out of 5 for brand. But anyway, let's look at the average. But it doesn't matter. The point is this: we've got two different mindsets here, and it matters. The fact that it doesn't resonate with you matters, because have you ever bought a pair of trainers?
Of course.
Right. So they've completely alienated you. Simple.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't buy. Well, I would go to JD Sports.
Well, this is my point. So they've alienated you. They haven't considered your money.
They haven't considered my money, especially over Christmas. No.
Right. Okay, cool. So your average score, you gave it 2 for memorable, 0 for Christmas feeling, and 1 for brand. Therefore, your average score is 1.
1. Yes.
Okay. I gave it 1 for memorable, because the truth is, I'm not going to remember this advert after this episode. But I gave it 3 for Christmas feel, because it applies to a certain type of Christmas feel in the community.
Okay.
Right? And I gave it a 5 for brand. So when I add that, that's 9 I've given it a 3 out of 5 average.
Okay. I think you've been very generous.
Right. And then if we average our averages, that tallies out to a 2 out of 5.
A 2 out of 5, yes.
Right. Okay, cool. Shall we move on to Aldi?
Aldi, yes.
Right.
This
Next.
will be. Will this have Maya in it?
Was that?
Will Maya be in the Aldi?
Oh yeah, of course it will. Now we're gonna get Kevin the carrot, right? So let's have a look at this, right? I've never seen Kevin the carrot apart from billboards, right?
Yeah.
So let's get stuck into this.
Already you can see it's Christmas.
All right, well, let's see.
On the darkest and coldest of Christmas Eves, the festive spirit had been
Wait, I want to pause it there. Have you not noticed that this one's also 1 minute and a half?
Yes.
So the other article said they're 2 minutes long. We've had 2 now that are 1 minute and a half precisely. That's interesting. Maybe the new rule is a minute and a half. Don't know.
I think so.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Well, we don't know. It could be all sorts. You know, how long? Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
by thieves. The very last thing that Kevin expected. An impossible mission. Would he choose to accept it?
My humbug friends, success at last. The Christmas spirit is a thing of the past.
Right, so for those of you that are listening, there's a carrot. And now,
Kevin.
Andrew, this has lost my attention already. I need you to speak first.
Okay, right. So there's a carrot called Kevin, and basically what's happening is is they've gone on to the Scrooge theme. Yeah, where they mention humbug and all that, and something Christmas spirit has been stolen, basically, right? And Kevin the carrot
And it's
is
been
now
stolen
being
by a load of what's these sweets? These are the type of sweets
the
that your
humbug
granny will give
sweets.
you.
Humbug.
Yeah, but what are they? Are they blackjacks or something?
No, they're called humbugs.
Are they actually called humbug sweets?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Sorry,
They're
forgive me.
black and white. They've got they're mint and licorice.
Yeah, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, they
Continue.
are disgusting.
Sorry.
So they've stolen the Christmas spirit, and Kevin the carrot is now being tasked. And what they've done is the little Mission Impossible thing here.
Yeah.
Will he accept the mission,
Yeah.
etc.? And that's what we're on to now.
I'm so glad you explained it because honestly, I'm struggling with this one.
At Humbug headquarters in cunning disguise, it was a race to the vault for our vegetable spies.
Kevin, that's the oven.
The peril and danger.
Oh, nice turkey.
A turkey. We've seen our first turkey. So
Exactly,
So basically,
exactly.
Kevin the carrot is now on a Mission Impossible thing, and he's got.
It's definitely Mission Impossible
Yeah,
thing.
right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But there's a lovely-
typical of Aldi where they try and copy a famous brand, but not quite copy it, so they don't have to pay royalties.
Right, but I'm not gonna lie. This turkey looks legit. It looks very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
very well cooked.
They placed while inside can never be.
Ooh, that looks very nice as well. What's that? A Christmas
That's a
pudding?
Clementine Christmas pudding.
Ooh, but that looks
That looks nice.
delicious. All right,
Yes.
it's winning me over now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's go.
It's classified.
So basically, they've got Kevin doing missions, but on top of the food. Brilliant.
Yes.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie. It's
Yeah.
what's this? What's this, Andrew?
Oh, that looks like a whipped cream mince pie.
Woof.
Or icing chocolate pie.
Katie, the briefcase. The one with the false bottom.
Oh, a little bit of humour there, false bottom.
False bottom. I don't understand.
Yeah, basically, it's the briefcase, and there's like fake bums in the briefcase, i.e., false bottom.
That. But why would you?
They're using it to glide down.
Okay.
It's like the shape of peanuts. But anyway, it's
Okay.
It's a booby trap. I must have left the oven on.
Our agents looked doomed. Would they fail or succeed? And all of a sudden, the spirit was freed.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
They've managed to free the Christmas spirit
Christmas
that
spirit.
was stolen by the humbug.
And they're off.
Okay, and
then
now we're
there's
seeing a whole table
ham,
of how. Oh, this is looking good, Andrew. Look at those
mince
roast-
pies, turkeys,
Yeah.
roast potatoes.
That's probably what my
Oh,
table's
the
gonna.
full kit caboodle. That's where your 400 quid's gone, Mince.
I'm telling you, that's probably what my table's gonna look like.
Even the humbugs seem to have learned
Well done, Kevin. You've cracked it.
that Christmas is better when goodwill is returned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Interesting, Andrew. Memorable. What we giving this Audi advert?
Memorable. I don't think it's particularly memorable.
Well, Andrew, what did we just watch? We just watched a bloody carrot,
Yeah.
an animated carrot. The Christmas spirit was stolen
Yes.
by humbugs,
Yeah.
and then the carrot did some Mission Impossible type thingy, my Bobby.
Literally, down the wire with the razor lights and
And then all
everything
of a sudden, it got my attention when he was doing the missions on the food,
on the food.
right? But I couldn't. Andrew, what are you giving that for memorabilia? I don't even want to. I can't even be bothered to describe what that was.
I'm going to go 2 on memorable as well.
You're going to give 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 0 for memorable
Okay.
because I'm never going to remember that again.
On the
I
darkest
just
and
remember it because it's Kevin the carrot.
No, I won't even remember that. I won't even remember that. If you put a gun to my head and said describe every scene or describe what it's a 0.
I'll guarantee you remember it. I guarantee you. I'm going to audience in Christmas, the January episode. I'm going to ask Mency. I guarantee he remembers it.
All right, cool. Christmas feeling.
Christmas feeling. I'm going to give it a 5.
You're giving it a 5.
Yeah.
Andrew, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to give it a 5. And I'll tell you why I'm going to give it a 5, yeah? Because I was looking at that buffet and I was thinking, ooh, oh, that's looking. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to my Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Like that was.
I mean, we had a snow scene. We had
We're foodie, and also
food.
we're foodies as well, and that got us
Yeah.
really thinking about our
Yeah.
Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm giving it a brand. Is
Brand,
it gonna make you go to Aldi?
Would it make me go to Aldi? Absolutely, it would.
So, what's your
I'm
score?
going to give it for brand. I'm going to give it a 4.
4.
And I'm looking at it as a thing like, you know, is it an Aldi advert? Yes. Do I know it's Aldi? Yes. Do I know it's Christmas? Yes. Did the food look good? Yes. Would I go and try and buy a few things from there? Yes.
I'm gonna give it a 0, and I'll explain to you.
Wow.
I'm gonna explain to you why. Because they missed one element of it, and you
What's that?
And you explained it earlier on. You said that in Aldi they did the mince pies that were signature to them.
Yeah.
They should have referenced signature pieces of Aldi's food.
Yeah, I get
by
that.
name.
I get that.
If they would have gone taste us specific, I would have gone, oh my God, I've got to go and get these. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, as I was watching that whole thing, I was like, I've got to go to Tesco's tomorrow morning.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
it got me thinking about my Christmas dinner.
Yeah, but not particularly Aldi.
I've got to go there and check out their signature, blah, 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 blah.
Are you an Aldi shopper?
No.
No, I am.
This is
I go
the opposite
quite
of
regularly.
The JD scenario. I'm not a JD shopper, but I understand the audience, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I wouldn't go. And I'm like, actually, this is same scenario here. I'm not an Aldi shopper. Can they win me over as a new customer to make the trip there? Absolutely not. I'm not gonna go. Like, it's not happening. But I am gonna go to the supermarket. They've done that much.
Okay, fair enough.
So it might take them a couple more years.
Yeah.
To get my.
So I get what you're saying. What you're saying is, and I guess this is with a lot of adverts, is there's not enough focus on the product that made them.
Well, remember when M&S used to go, this isn't just a sausage roll.
Yeah.
This is a Yorkshire pig farm with the pigs dancing with a nuts sausage roll, and used to go, oh my God, I can't get a sausage roll like this anywhere else. I've got to go to M&S and get these bad boys.
Yeah.
It was missing that oomph.
Yeah, got it. Understood, but I think you're a bit harsh with the 0, but never mind.
No, you get a 0. So, the average. So, you gave a 2 for memorabilia, 5 for Christmas feel, and a 4 for brand. That's 9 plus. That's 11. 11 divided by 3. Oh, Lord. Could we call it a 3.5?
3.5.
Let's call it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do 3.5 from your side, and then mine is 0.50. So that's 5 divided by 3.
Yeah.
Let's call that a 1.75. 1.75, let's call it.
Yeah.
1.75 plus 3, well, 1.5. So we'll do 5
Yeah,
divided by
5.
2. Let's just call it 2. Yeah, it's got a 2.5 out of 5.
Okay.
That's what that's got, right?
Okay.
So far, Aldi's in the lead.
Aldi's in the lead. Come on, Aldi.
Right, cool.
Now this is the next one. Is the one that I'm expecting.
I mean, this is the next one is John Lewis.
Yeah.
So this has got to be creme de la creme.
This has got to be. This has got to be at least 4 and everything.
Well, we'll see, Andrew, because we'll see. All right, so let's go here. Just gonna share the screen for the audience's benefit. Right. So this one is called The Gifting Hour by John Lewis and Partners. Christmas ad 2024. Let's hit play on this bad boy.
She's late. The store's closing.
Okay, so the store's closing, and she's late. It's a lady. She's walked to the jail thing.
Yeah.
You know, she's gone through the perfume section, and now she's in the dress section. Let's go. What's she found, Andrew? What do you think she's found?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, secret. I was just about to say that. A secret doorway.
Secret doorway. So like a lion witch and a wardrobe type vibe thing going on here.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, a chest.
She's opened an old chest and there's photos. What do they look like? Do you reckon they're her and her sisters?
Sisters, yeah. Oh, so funny enough, the John Lewis advert is 2 minutes long.
Oh,
so this one's really gone a bit further.
Got more money.
Yeah. Right. So a photo album with two sisters in it.
What are you looking for? Something new. You're not going to find it.
No, not here.
I don't want a doll.
So girls just.
Do you reckon that was her sister then? Do you reckon that was her
I don't
sister?
know. It's a girl that's kind of just.
I think that was her sister.
Antagonizing her a little bit and saying you're not
Yeah.
gonna find it. Da, 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 da. I don't know.
I want a nose ring.
Okay, so now we've got a teenager with one of these neck chokers.
Ah, do you know what this is?
Go on.
I think this is her sister getting older.
Okay, well let's have a look.
So that was her sister when she was little,
Yeah.
and this is her sister as a teenager.
All right, let's have a look.
Is it a politician? What?
So who's this pregnant lady then?
That's her sister pregnant.
No, really?
Yeah, I think so. Sis, come and help me, see?
This is happening. Everything's gonna be fine. He's healthy.
So the sister's having a baby. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
You're sticking to that, yeah?
she just said, sis, come and help me.
Okay, fair enough. So we're going
Yeah.
for 3 different life stages, yeah?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Please, the boy.
Come join us.
I can't.
So she's going through memory lane. Is this it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's kind of looking for
so
the gift.
basically, the magic door took her to her past, and she's gone through her life story.
Okay.
So
all right.
far.
Okay.
Stop it over. This is mine.
What's your problem? It doesn't even look good on you. Get out of my room. And you still haven't even found me a gift.
So now she's kind of reverted back to the teenage thing, and she's having a little
borrowing
typical
sisters' clothes and all that sort of stuff.
All right. Okay. Well, you've got.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got 2 girls. So
Oh,
you.
my two argue all the
Well,
time.
this is it. You got a reference to this. I've only got one
Yeah.
girl, so it's like
Yeah.
she's gonna argue with herself in the mirror.
You actually came. Not this face.
Oh, Sal, get out!
What are you doing up there?
Hurry up!
So each door is a moment in her past, basically.
Okay. So now they're ice skating and all of that jazz.
What took you so long? You.
The secret to finding a perfect gift.
Yeah, it's going back in time and understanding.
Knowing where to look, and then you got the John Lewis sign at the top.
Yeah,
Lovely jubbly.
And there's her look, and she just looks, seeing her own sister in the reflection.
Okay. Right. Interesting.
Yeah,
So how do we feel about that, Andrew?
I loved it.
Why did you love it? Tell us.
I'll be
Tell us
honest.
what.
Right?
Tell
Let
us
me just come back a little bit. I say I loved it. I loved it because we sat there pausing and examining what was happening.
Right.
Right. If I'd have just seen that randomly in my front room,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have even noticed it.
Well, this is the thing. I played it the other day.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Apart from the JD advert, I didn't understand any of them.
Did you not?
I just don't like. I couldn't concentrate on any of these adverts. Like the Kevin the Carrot one.
Do you know what?
Kevin the Carrot one.
Audience, this is a sad moment in the Oldhombre podcast because the sad moment is that we've got too much of an age gap. I mean, I know it's Oldhombre.
Yeah. No, I think this is where our ages are showing, like, just the fact that we're different generations. Andrew, Kevin the Carrot, I switched off. I
get Kevin the Carrot.
No. It was really using all my CPU, and this hasn't tugged on one of my heartstrings.
No, this
Andrew,
is
trust
a
me,
good one. This is a clever advert.
I like a good cry.
Yeah.
I like a good reflection. This one right here, maybe it's because I don't have siblings. That's another thing as
Yeah,
well.
no.
I don't have siblings. I'm a one. I don't. Yeah.
This you have to watch maybe 2 or 3 times, or do what we just did.
Yeah.
Right. But it's a clever advert.
Right. Okay.
It's a clever advert.
Okay.
It's a clever advert in the fact that she's rushed into John Lewis, not knowing what to buy, and she's relived her past and all of her relationship with her sister, and then finally use that to buy something at John Lewis and come.
And John Lewis is a place where you could tap into nostalgia,
exactly,
and connect with your family.
It's
No. Okay, so with that in mind, memorable. What's your score out of 5?
I would give that a 4.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You're giving that a 4. I don't think that's unjustified.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a 3.
Okay.
Christmas feel.
It could have fitted in any season, but I mean they tapped into the Christmas atmosphere because of the trees and the present and whatever. I'm going to give it a 3.
Now this is where I may shock you.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it a 5.
No, I get it.
Do you know why? Because you had ice skating.
Yeah.
You had snow.
The way the living room was formulated, the way I think it 100% said Christmas.
Yeah, and what was clever about it is that they still managed to get the Christmas feel without the Christmas food.
Exactly. Remember, I gave and now you get extra kudos because I gave.
Actually, I'm changing it to a 4.
Yeah, because I gave the Kevin the Carrot one 5. It's the only one that I gave it an actual score.
Yeah.
For Christmas feel, because you can't deny that it tapped into everything that was Christmas. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas the JD one, it was like that could have literally been any winter's day.
Anything.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Brand, what are you giving that at 5?
5.
Okay, 5. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah. It's a John Lewis advert. It's John Lewis plastered everywhere.
It's signature.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll be able to tell you what the John Lewis advert was in 2024.
Yeah.
Easy money.
But we did score the others, and I said that after giving it a 5. Does it make you want to go to John Lewis?
No. But I
That's
don't like
the thing.
John Lewis.
Huh?
I don't like John Lewis.
I love John Lewis. And again, at the risk of being a snob, because I think it's really expensive.
That's why I don't like it.
But the thing I like about John Lewis is their electronic stuff. It's the same price as everywhere else, and you can take it back within a year, and they won't even ask a question.
Right, so they've got a good warranty.
Absolutely great service, and it's no more expensive. You go and buy a washing machine, same price as Curry's, right? And you phone them up and say, I don't like this washing machine anymore. No problem, sir. We'll come get it, pick it up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5, regardless, because at the end of the day, I know it's a John Lewis advert. It gives me that vibe of if I ever had to get a 45-year-old a present, your best bet is John Lewis.
Yeah.
An expensive present, your best bet is John Lewis. I wouldn't take my daughter there. She'll be bored up on her brain. But
the only time you will take your daughter John Lewis is, and it's coming up quite soon for you, is prom.
Yeah, but then you could kind of get the same effect from like a place.
Yeah,
like
you can, but
Monsoon.
John Lewis
Like
for proms and stuff.
Good prom dress. But anyway, all right. So for yourself, John Lewis, you gave 4 for memorable, 4 for Christmas feel. That makes 8. 8 plus 5.
13.
Huh?
So it's 13 from me.
8 plus 5 is 13. Yeah, so it is.
Yeah.
Right, 13. 13 divided by 3.
4 and a bit.
Let's call it 4.3.
Yeah.
4.3. Okay. And for me, I gave it a 3 for memorable. 5.
Yeah.
So I gave it 13.
Yeah. So 4.3 again.
4.3. It's a 4.3.
Yeah.
Wow, John Lewis is really, really in the lead.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if Tesco's can knock it off its place.
Yeah, it's got a lot of work to do, that's for sure.
Right, so
I'm going to be a bit biased because I can't stand Tesco's.
I'm very, very biased with Tesco's because
I'm the opposite.
The first Tesco's, which was by Tesco and whatever the other one was, right?
Yeah.
Their first market store was based in Wells Street, which is
was it really?
Yeah, they used to sell the excess provisions from the war up the road.
I did not know that.
It was a market store, and then they did one somewhere in, like they did the proper like superstore somewhere else.
Yeah.
Chigwell, it could have been or something like that. But the first manifestation of a Tesco business was just down the road, Wall Street Market.
Just down the road from you.
So I will always be pro Tesco's, no matter what. It's it just is what it is. Right.
Okay.
So with that said, let's have a look at this bad boy, right? So I'm gonna share this with you, Andrew, because you are seeing the other screen. Okay, so we've got helping feed your Christmas spirit. So
Okay, I see where they're going with this.
So it's got a hashtag, Tesco Christmas advert 2024. Are you ready for this, Andrew?
I am indeed.
All right, let's do this.
See you next week, mate.
Construction site.
Right, so we start off in a construction site. Interesting observation straight away. It's a 3-minute ad.
Oh, wow, it's a long one.
It's a long one, mate.
Yeah, so we've got a load of people in hard hats and high-vis jackets
So
and
we're
whatever.
starting off with the building sites, you know,
Yeah.
in what used to be those electrical grids. Are they
Yeah.
grids? Yeah. Cool. In kind of East London. It's giving me East London vibes, you know, like those big massive rigs that used to get.
Kind of bloke. The outfit was too small for him. You joking?
Yeah, I know.
Again, Cockney accent.
Very Cockney, terraced houses.
Terrace houses. We're back into that East London vibe. Maybe Peckham. You know, come on, man. This is hitting my soul already, man.
Yeah, do you reckon the old fella's an ex-boxer who's got a flat nose there a little bit? Go on.
Oh, mate, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
He has got a flat nose, right?
He has, yeah. It looks like he looks like an ex-boxer, doesn't he?
He's slurping his tea. I can't stand people that slurp their tea.
Gary, I think they've lost a loved one.
So the gingerbread men. So they put their first product. I know I don't like gingerbread, but they put
I can't stand the bloody
things.
things.
Their first product, yeah, where 3 seconds in, you got a Tesco's product. Okay.
Yeah.
So
hang on.
we've got a delivery man that's kind of gone over a speed bump because he's sped, and now the back of his kind of delivery box has exploded into confetti and whatnot. Fair enough.
And load of gingerbread men have fallen out.
Right.
Is this like a gingerbread version of Kevin the Carrot?
Let's have a look. So now we're in Tesco's and grabbing.
We're in Tesco stores, yeah.
Merry Christmas. Club card accepted.
Oh, is this whole thing going to be about gingerbread? I don't like
it. Well, it looks like it. I think.
Oh my god, everything's made out of gingerbread, Andrew.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Made out of gingerbread. Oh, get the hell out of here, man. They picked the worst product.
Yeah, look, the whole Tesco is a gingerbread house.
Yeah, the whole Tesco's a gingerbread house.
Oh my god, he's having his hair cut.
Oh, but I hate gingerbread. Why did you do
and
this?
bits of hair that are falling down are falling as gingerbread
Andrew,
men.
out of all the products they could have picked.
I know.
No, come on. You know, not everyone likes ginger. It's a love-hate thing.
Nah.
Gingerbread, I hate the stuff.
Can't stand it.
Do you like ginger beer?
No.
I hate ginger beer, mate.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is.
The only thing ginger I like is when you add it to a curry or to a spice or whatever.
Or Chinese, but not sweet. I don't like any sweet that has ginger in it. Oh god.
So this is, for me, this is looking like a gingerbread advert rather than a Christmas advert.
Well, you know, let's let it.
Let's
play out.
okay.
It's
got another 2 minutes yet.
We're only one. Oh my god, he's turned.
Oh my god, he's turned into a gingerbread man.
That's kind of scary, man.
It is scary.
Bloody hell! But I tell you what, wouldn't it be interesting if they release a filter that turns you into a gingerbread man? No, like these Snapchat filters, and it's a test.
Yeah.
Interesting. But someone in this marketing team must have loved gingerbread.
Must have done.
Hell.
Or they've got a big stock of this stuff. Hang on. So they're putting Christmas decorations up, and then they've got a Tesco delivery just turned up.
All right, let's hope it pivots into a whole different thing.
Yeah.
We're still on a gingerbread theme.
Yeah, but what I want to know is if they ordered online and there was no gingerbread, did they give them a box of Persil washing up liquid instead?
They have got a great reputation. Look, we can. I know you wanted X brand, but we've just given you whatever the hell we can.
Even the goldfish.
No, go. We got a cheese selection now. Maybe we. No, we're still with the gingerbread. Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's gingerbread.
Hold on. Let's put the gingerbread thing aside now. He's got a call from his mum.
Yeah.
So this is maybe when we.
But then why is there? And all the gingerbread stuff's falling apart now.
Yeah. There we go. Let's have a look.
Sorry, finally, some foreigners, because I was thinking this advert's a bit white.
That's actually quite strange coming from you, Andrew. I'm usually the race police.
I know.
That. But anyway, let's see what it's. Andrew, they've lost me. I'm actually bored of my nut.
Honestly, I can't watch any more of this.
I'm bored of my nut, mate.
Yeah.
We could have really riddled this down.
Yeah, there's a gingerbread fox in the street.
Mate, a lot of these scenes, they could have been cut out, mate.
Oh, honestly 3 minutes.
Bloody hell. I've just been watching a lot of Ginger for no reason. I still can't tell you the narrative. They really had me at the beginning, you know. Oh, man. So now what, he's looking at some old cards that he's made when he was young.
Yeah, so he's gone back, he's gone into the attic, opened an old chest, so, you know, and then looked at some cards he's made, and it looks like he's made a gingerbread house on that card.
Okay.
Grand's made for you. Can I have a look at that wonderful drawing? That's lovely.
So now he's kind of having that flashback to his nan.
Yeah,
fair enough,
yeah.
Fair enough.
And it looks like just everything's falling apart around him.
Brandon, great minds, eh? She would have loved this.
Oh, he's going to make a gingerbread biscuit, isn't he? Yeah. That's what he's making, isn't he?
There you go. Look, it's a multicultural family, Andrew.
It is.
And there's a gingerbread house that he's made. Right. Okay. Memorable, Andrew.
Absolute zero, mate. Zero. That's a bit unfair. I'll probably remember it for being the worst Christmas advert that I've seen in a long time.
Why, Andrew? Why are you being so hard?
Why? Because it's not very Christmassy. I don't like gingerbread, so. And I didn't get the storyline. Was he?
No,
he was.
I get it. Yeah, he used to make gingerbreads with his nan. His
with
nan
his nan.
passed away. He's with the granddad. It's a nostalgia feel. So he's going out, but he ends up back at granddad's house and he makes the gingerbread, which kind of connects them. My thing is this, Andrew. I hate gingerbread.
Me too.
That's a personal thing.
Yeah.
But even then, how much gingerbread does Tesco bloody sell?
Well, if you
stock, like out of all the products, they could have picked. Like you picked the worst like.
It's like Marmite. They should have done the advert on Marmite. Literally, it would have had the same reaction because
the whole thing on one product.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
But if you scroll to the beginning of the advert, it does actually say Tesco gingerbread for a limited time only. So it's just weird. It's a weird advert.
They could have done mince pies, which is maybe a bit more. I don't know, but so you're.
Well, they do a range of Tesco's finest. You know, it wasn't even Tesco's finest gingerbread.
It was the cheap bog standard stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So
terrible.
Out of 5, memorable.
1.
Oh, I wish I would have watched that advert before I played it. We should have started off with that. I should have left the John Lewis one to the end, didn't it? Yeah, like to end with a high. I feel disappointed. Like, I'm giving it a 0.
I'm giving it 1 just because it is so bad.
And it breaks my heart, but I'm giving it a 0. I actually like you, Tesco's. I'm sorry, I actually like you, but I have to be objective, and I would have given this a 0 if it was any of the others. You're getting a 0.
If we're talking to Tesco's, I can't stand you. Yeah, your flipping club card is a rip-off, absolute rip-off. Yeah, and tell your staff to smile every now and then.
So weird. We've got 2 different experiences of Tesco's.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Christmas feel.
1.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Okay. I mean, you're free to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're gonna give it a 1. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Now,
and I say that because it had the Christmas, feel, and they were in a party, and whilst I don't like gingerbread men, I mean, there's only ever one time.
But did it evoke that Christmas feeling in you? This is what I'm saying. There was Christmas, but it didn't give me that Christmas emotions. The heartwarming emotions of family and happiness.
Right. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. But I just think 1 is ridiculous. Because to say it doesn't have the Christmas feel, it's almost to say that it's like that JD advert where nothing happened that was Christmassy.
Yeah, it was the same. I gave JD advert 0.
So you did.
That was for me. That wasn't a Christmas advert. That was a gingerbread biscuit advert.
Brand.
Brand. I'll give it a 3 because you knew it was Tesco. It was all over the place. Even their little logos on there, on the side of the thingy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. On the purpose of the advert, I'm gonna give it a 2. And let me explain why. I'm actually gonna go to Tesco's tomorrow, and I actually like Tesco's. I'm biased.
Yeah.
But that didn't make me want to go Tesco's, and I already want to go Tesco's.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, if anything, that just lowered my feeling of wanting to go Tesco's, even though I'm going to go Tesco's tomorrow, and I like Tesco's.
Yeah.
So the fact that it just did the reverse just means this is just, in my opinion, a horrendous advert.
I'll be honest with you. I preferred the JD advert to this.
You're right. I do. And you know what? The thing is, it was trying to go on that sad element, but I didn't even feel any emotion on it.
No, there was no emotion. Whereas the JD advert had more emotion. It was more creative. And at least the JD advert had a demographic in mind.
Yes, I didn't. What was the demographic for this? Because it didn't
people that like people between the age of 50 and 80 who like gingerbread biscuits. I mean, talk about a wide audience.
You're right.
I mean, most of the 80-year-olds won't be able to eat the bloody stuff because they rock hard anyway.
Do you know what? Let's have a look at the comments. I wonder what other people have said.
Yeah.
Big up Dom, up the sloppers.
What's that mean?
That's our boy. Release the Dom cut. What's this all about, Dom?
I reckon that's all family of one of the actors.
So privileged to play grandma. What? Oh, okay, cool. The guy with a beard hanging out with balls are fantastic. On behalf of all the sloppers, we salute you, Dom. What's going on with this Dom? Is this?
I reckon Dom is one of the actors,
like a football player?
Potentially the old fella in it or something.
The guy with the beard decorating the Christmas tree looks like he's a star in the making. Reckon Don should be up next for the James Bond. There's a big actor there, mate, and we missed it. We missed it. Big up Dom, the sloppers. What the? It's Dom. My
again, look,
actor.
big up Dom, the sloppers. Big up Dom, the sloppers.
Tesco, you've knocked it out of the park. Lots of Christmas cheer to you and Nan Sky. It's so beautiful, man. Here for Dom. Dom makes this advert.
You've got to do a search, mate. Christmas advert, who is Dom?
Dom the Slop.
Yeah.
What did it say, Dom?
The sloppers. Up the sloppers.
Dom the sloppers.
Have we missed something?
We've really missed something, mate. I don't have a bloody clue. I think he's a YouTuber.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber, but he's completely been missed. He's got an ex called Sloppy Joe's. He's got the Sloppy Joe's podcast. That's what it is. Yeah, we're not promoting his podcast. We don't get paid for that. But anyway, yeah, well, there you go.
Don Boyd is an author who wrote the Christmas 2024 Tesco advert.
So these are just all family members. That was just...
Absolutely.
Oh, whatever. Look, mate. Right. Okay. Sorry. Let's just move on.
Oh, actually, you know what? In the past, he's done adverts for John Lewis, Tesco, Amazon.
Mate, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen the guy. The point is, if he was the Paul, well, he's obviously alienated me because I'm a Tesco fan and I've never seen the guy. I'm sorry, you must have completely overestimated how much people know about these people, this guy. Yeah. But anyway, so your score: 1 for memorable, 1 for Christmas feel, 3 for brand. So that's 5. 5 divided by 3.
1.8, 1.75.
Let's do 1.75 again. I gave it 0 for memorable because I won't remember that. 3 for Christmas feel and 1.75. Sorry. So let's find this out. So let me just do my quick calculations.
Yeah.
So we've got Aldi. So we've got JD at 2.
Yep.
We've got Aldi at
3.5.
2.5. 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
We've got John Lewis at 4.3.
Yep.
And we've got Tesco's at 1.75, which makes the winner John Lewis. I mean, we got to give that a cheer. A proper
Got to give it a cheer. Well deserved. Well deserved.
And you know what? They've been leading in this category for years.
Yeah. Well, 70% of their revenue, Mincy.
I mean, you'd be taking it serious.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? And the more I look at the Tesco advert, the more I feel I was harsh on the JD one.
Yeah.
At least that evoked some emotion.
The JD one was real. The JD one was real. The JD one...
It had a demographic in mind. Yeah, no, it wasn't Christmassy, but as an advert, it was much better than that stuff. Much better.
I think, if I were to dictate it my way, I would put John Lewis at the top.
Yeah. JD 2.
JD and Aldi at joint.
Yeah.
And Tesco's just way at the bottom.
Yeah. I agree.
Unfortunately.
That was interesting, and that was very, very interesting.
Yeah. So we'll do the final thoughts, Andrew. So lead us into the final thoughts, Andrew. Andrew, what have you felt about this episode?
You know what? I've really enjoyed this episode, and and I'm sorry it was to the people that are listening rather than watching and listening. We'll try and do our best to make it as interesting for you as possible. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the fact that how, understanding how important these 2 or 2.5 months are to these retailers, and why they go into so much effort, or in the case of Tesco's, not very much effort to drum up as much business as possible. And I get why John Lewis is doing what they're doing, because people are talking about the John Lewis Christmas advert way ahead of, anyway, even thinking of doing Christmas shopping. It's been a really interesting. Thank you, Mincy, and I particularly like the fact I never knew Tesco's was from Hackney originally. I quite enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
and I think we should do more like this on adverts. I like adverts because they're creative, and there's always a story behind them, and there's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the bad is there's a whole load of them, perfume adverts, blah blah blah. But yeah, very, very good, very good. I enjoyed this one.
Right. Well, everyone, with that in mind, enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas from the team here at Oldhombre, and enjoy your £31.66 Christmas dinner. Apparently, that's what. Good for you guys. That's all I want to say.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see if we could squeeze in one more before the end of the year. But with that said, we'll leave you with our outro music, which happens
to always our intro music.
Yeah, exactly. Take care, everyone.
Bye. Good night all.